Hello and welcome to another episode of hauntsrus, where we are haunted on Maine. I'm your host, Cheeb, and my favorite toy as a kid was this little knockoff Beanie Baby frog. He was yellow and had black spots, and I would just like to toss him around because I liked the way the beads felt inside. And like the little crunch it would make when it would land on my hand.
The ASMR.
ASMR before it was like, oh, feels good.
Cheeby's ASMR coming soon.
I'm joined by my two co-hosts, Thadi and Gato. Tell me about yourselves, ladies.
My name is Thadi, and my favorite toy as a kid was a little panda bear. It was so cute. It was a little stuffed panda bear. It's old and raggedy. I still have it, and I used to treat it like, I don't know. I think I treated it like a baby because I would make clothes for it. I was like, that bitch goes everywhere with me. I made her some holiday socks. She's got like every holiday. I was learning how to crochet, so I would make like little outfits for her, depending on the season.
That's way cooler than what I said. I just want to crunch this frog.
I mean, she had some cool beads in her paws too, so that was fun. I think it was a Beanie Baby, like a giant Beanie Baby. But yeah,
oh, that's so nice. Sorry.
Gato.
Oh yeah, let's talk. What up, guys? My name is Gato, and one of my favorite toys growing up was this stuffy of a Teletubby. It was Poe, the little red one, and it had the little TV on it. It was just like the cutest fucking thing in the world. I loved it. I'm short like Poe, so I not resent him, but like I can relate it to him. You know, we're both tiny and cute. I missed that thing. God damn.
That wasn't that wasn't the one that said the F word, was it?
I think that was the purple one, wasn't it?
Yeah, because I've had contact
Tinky
with
Winky.
that doll, the Tinky Winky that says it. Dude. Oh my god.
That's really cute. I also like Poe. That was really cute. Oh,
I don't remember. I like the yellow one. Which one was the yellow one?
Lala.
You guys know the names. Oh my god.
Okay. Confession time? Teletubbies was my actual shit. I freaking love Teletubbies.
Oh my god.
What was it? The boyfriend was telling me that the name of the purple one was Poe, and I almost punched him. I almost broke up. I was like, dude, no. The red one is Poe. And he's like, no. And I'm like, that's fucking Tinky Winky, you piece of shit. Don't question me.
Don't question me. Don't Teletubby straight.
Yeah.
God damn. The audacity of
Think
that.
you know Teletubbies?
Actually? Anyways, the reason that we're talking about our favorite toy is because today we're going to talk about someone's favorite toy that may or may not be haunted, Robert the doll. And there's something really interesting that I came up towards, or there's something like really interesting that like came up while I was like researching this topic, and that's the weird subgenre of Robert the doll videos where it's like they go to the museum and they just like, bro, look, it's the doll, and they just like fucking crawl around. They just crawl around the museum like cockroaches for a while. Because still images of a doll doesn't make good YouTube content.
Is it the like...
They just crawl around the museum like cockroaches. And then they have the decency to buy one of the little to buy a souvenir from the souvenir shop, and it's always the little Robert the doll plush. And then they take it home and they cut it open and they're just like, bro.
They're like, bruh, lit, fam,
dude, I can't
hashtag.
handle it. Yeah, it was, oh, fuck. His name was
At
J
3 a.m.
Station. Yeah, hold on, let me read it. Scary, cut and open, haunted Robert the Doll at 3 a.m. Black-eyed children came to my house.
The future is now, ladies. This is the new era of YouTube. Exaggerating the hell out your thumbnail while watching a grown man slice up a souvenir.
The name is fucking hilarious.
Dude.
That's just how it be, and it gets to you, right? That's just they just know.
You
I
clicked
clicked
on
on it. I clicked on it, so I'm the fool.
And it worked.
And
it's horrible.
Those videos. It's so stupid. Have you seen the, like, what is it? The, like, dark web unboxing stuff?
I have. I've come across it.
Stupid. Oh my god,
It's
dude,
crazy.
it's a piece of rope. It's probably used to kill somebody. It's definitely not something I got from Home Depot.
Anyways.
It's a piece of hair. It's a murder victim's evidence.
Whoa. Bro, it's
like
3
from an evidence
a.m.
log.
Guys, it's 3 a.m. right now.
Yo, Kermit the Frog called me, though.
Boss Baby called me on
Boss baby
cell
called me at
phone.
3 a.m. Not a prank.
Scary.
Got arrested. Got sexual.
Scary. Robert the Doll came to my house at 3 a.m. and slapped my cheeks. Do not watch Robert the Doll came to my house and sucked my dick. I came in my house.
Do not watch Robert the Doll lick my ass at 3 a.m., dude.
That's just how it be, man. That's just how it be.
Oh my god.
It's
Don't
so
they know
crazy.
everything happens at 3 a.m.?
Anyways, for those of you who haven't watched the video, I did it for you.
Don't watch it. Don't do it. Don't put it on.
Anyways,
No.
what happens is that he's at home at 3 a.m. as we are told. Very
I don't know, man.
scary.
It looks like it's just dark. It's daylight
it's-
savings. It could be 5 p.m.
It could be 5. It's 3 a.m. and I'm sorry, this genre is just so ridiculous to talk about when you say it out loud.
It's so dumb. It's like no one watches Halloween content anymore because that shit.
Exactly, because those
Stupid.
kinds of people just take over, and it's like, what kind of fucked up shit is this?
They pump
Yeah,
those
yeah.
shits out just like bah, bah, bah. So many.
So I'm not
Great.
familiar with Jay Station, but I know Gato is familiar with this character. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Let me go through the video. So,
Let's dip through.
3 a.m. Scary. Robert the Doll.
Robert the Doll opening.
It's all there. I mean, you're not being lied to.
No, definitely not
But-
clickbait.
But see,
Yeah,
it's
it
a whole
happens. I was there.
storyline. It's a whole storyline because he goes and he sees Robert the Doll. He crawls around the museum like a cockroach, like I said earlier. He presses the little stuffed doll up to the glass of the Robert the Doll, and he has a Ouija board with him.
Stop.
And he's just like, there we go, guys. Follow me in the like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget. put the bell button. Next episode, 3 a.m. my house. This dunk is gonna get sunk.
Oh my god.
Stuck.
The audacity. The audacity. Jesus.
So anyways, that's when you get
That's the
to
true
this
horror.
video.
Is sunking his dunk.
This I think is the second or third part of the storyline. It's called Scary Cutting Open Haunted Robert the Doll at 3 a.m. Black-eyed kids came to my house.
The last part is just what gets me.
Yeah,
Okay. came to your
It's
house.
important to the plot. Shut up. You gotta follow the lore.
Hey, man. Okay. I didn't have anything else to say. Just, hey, man.
All right.
I mean, I give him props for following the lore. Like, I give you that. Like, I can, thank you for keeping it authentic. What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, because at the end of the previous video, they get visited by the black-eyed kids outside of their car, and she's just like, yo, what's up? And they're just like, oh, it's a kid. Horrifying.
Meanwhile, it's probably just one of their fans.
Yeah. Dude, I was reading the comments, and the kids were just like, I don't know, it doesn't look like that kid's eyes are black. And I'm just like, of course they're not. It's just some kid, bro.
Oh my god.
It's not real.
Yo. It's so
yeah.
silly. They're like, hey man, I don't know if this is real.
I'm not sure if that's a black-eyed kid. I don't know. She looked like she had normal eyes.
Hey, that's my neighbor. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah. But so in this part, they're at their house. They decide to cut open the doll, and lo and behold, it's got like a blood packet in it. So he's just like, bro, look at this, it's bleeding. Oh my god, what the? And there's like dirt in there, because I guess they also decided to stuff it with some dirt before, get some leaves in there.
Jesus
just for
Christ.
good
They just like
measures.
took a handful of the ground.
Yeah, so
Just went outside.
He opens up the thing, and like there's blood, and he's just like putting digging his fingers, and he's just like, oh man, my fingers are getting all dirty from the blood. And he pulls he pulls out
this blood packet.
he pulls out an array of objects. See, so he takes out like a couple of tiles, which I assume have rune speak on them. So they just have
some
like little
dominoes.
X's and diamonds and stuff like in them. And he's just like arranging. He's like, dude, do you guys know what this mean? Comment if you know what this means.
Oh my god.
Coming like
His
subscribe,
audience
you know.
of 10 to 12 year olds knows what runes.
Dude, I learned what rune writing was in middle school, but that's because
Well, yeah,
I was a nerd.
Let's say you're a nerd. Let's go RuneScape real quick.
Yeah, my biology teacher scolded me because instead of putting my actual name on my paper, I put my name in runes.
Bro. Please. Oh
Yeah.
my god. Dude. Because oh my god, I was such a big weeb. I put my name like in kanji for a little while.
Oh shit, that's a sin.
I know. I know. I
That's all
know.
good. I used to Naruto run and shit. I remember.
So they're cutting open this thing, they're pulling out the little tiles and like a crystal, and they're just like, bro, what's this? Like, I don't know, that's like, it's life force or something. Bro, this is so scary. Oh my god. Guys, do you know what this is? Are you guys scared too? Bro, oh my god. That for the whole damn video.
Jesus. Christ.
And then the black-eyed kid comes, and she's just like, and he's just like, bro, you shouldn't be here. It's like, no, I just want to use your phone, because they read the Reddit stories. They know what black-eyed kids are supposed to do.
Yeah.
And like, I guess I kind of skipped over this part because it was getting, I was kind of getting tired of hearing this man's voice. Stop yelling at me.
Yeah, I don't blame you. It's, oh my god, just YouTubers in general, the way that they speak, I can't stand it.
It's normal. Yeah.
Yeah. Speak normally, please. Like, I'm a loud person and I don't speak that loud. Chill.
Yeah.
Quit yelling at me.
I get it though. Performing is hard. It's hard to perform. Sometimes you just gotta yell to get out that nervous energy.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't think they have the nervous energy though, because they like pump out like 20 videos a day. Your nervous energy should be gone, dude.
They just need it's just efficient, I guess, to yell. It's
You gotta
like
make
when
sure
you
everyone
jump.
hears you.
It's like when you jump instead of run in a video game. It's just more efficient.
You just tuck and roll.
Yeah, but what I found
goodness.
even more funny is that at the end of the video, they get in their car and he's just like, bro, it's 3 a.m. I can't go back to the house. It's haunted. The black-eyed kid came in and did like a bunch of paranormal stuff. Bro, I'm so scared. Anyways, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm so scared right now.
So frightened.
Please, the bell like button, please. For God's sakes, I'm so damn scared.
Click the bell so I can hear. No, wait. Click the bell so the monsters don't get me.
Come on, man. He couldn't even try to sell it for a little bit longer. Then he was scared. He was just like, please make sure to watch the next video. Comes out on Monday. Oh, man.
Subscribe to Dollar Shave Club.
Dude, there was something
Sponsored
like
by
that.
Adam and Eve.
There was something like that in like the fucking comments. It's like, make sure to click this affiliate link so that way I could take a tour around and see all of the haunted things. So I'm just like, oh man.
All right.
Maybe YouTube is bad, actually.
Yeah. We're only on here just because we have no other choice.
Yeah, maybe it's not great that we're letting these absolute randos influence kids. You know?
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, but it's like, what can you do? Anyways, Leslie, you know way more about this gentleman than I do. You care to elaborate for our audience?
I can't say that I'm too much of an expert, but like a good, like, he doesn't really have too much morals. Like, he only cares, like, you know, like, we joke around about, like, he cares about the likes and the subscriptions and everything, but, like, he cares about it so much that he can be, like, insensitive. Like, when rappers, like, XXX Tentacion and Mac Miller, when they recently passed away during those times, he would make videos of supposedly communicating with them through a different realm. So it was, like, a box that would, like, communicate with spirits, and he was supposedly talking to those people, like, after they had passed away. And it's just, like, clickbaity and cringy, but it's also just, like, very low. Very, very low. And it's just, like, I don't know. I can't trust people like that. He's just, like, one of those people.
He also did, like, the haunted Elmo, and was he the Boss Baby person? The Boss Baby called me or some shit like that?
Yeah. But he... Yeah, that's him.
Dang, he moved up.
That's the man.
From the Boss Baby call.
The man, the myth, the legend. Elmo called me at 3 a.m. I got an answer.
I thought that was
wow,
legit,
dude, you
just
know
like...
the Boss Baby? What?
Boss Baby at 3 a.m.?
What? He's calling you at 3 a.m.?
Oh my god, that's the scariest time. That's when I go to work.
It's the worst time.
That's work time.
Oh. The spookiest hour. Clocking in.
That's spooky hour. When Judy Hopps calls you at 3 a.m.
Judy Hopps.
Judy.
I wish Judy Hopps would call me, man. I fucking love Zootopia. Y'all should read Beastars. Please.
I do.
Read Beastars.
Okay, gosh.
Thank you.
I'm starting a book club, just Beastars.
Just Beastars. I read like, I watch like maybe 2 anime a year, but like I get really obsessed over it.
You're like, it's just the one, but I know a whole lot about it.
But I think about it a lot. Anyways.
Morning, noon, and night.
Today, we're going to talk about Robert the Doll. It is not 3 a.m. I'm sorry. We're just going to talk about him in normal hours.
No. You got to tell him it's 3 a.m.
All right, it's 3 a.m.
That's the spookiest time. It's the spookiest time. That's how you get the views. We can put it in the title.
Scary 3 goth girls talk to Robert the Doll. What?
3 a.m.
You guys gotta help me out with the rest of the title.
Not clickbait.
Not the real.
Real. Actual. Genuine. Click it.
Or take it.
Stupid. Okay, Mom.
Yeah. Always make sure. Anyways, tonight we're gonna talk about Robert the Dollbert.
No! It's such a good nickname. It's so hard not to call him Robert the Dollbert.
Robert the Dollbert.
Robert. Eat it, Dollbert. Please tell us.
Oh yeah, so Robert the Doll is he lives in Tampa, Florida. Remember when I made that joke in the last episode that like Chucky was retired and living in Tampa, Florida, living off of like his residuals? I was actually talking about Robert the Doll.
That's him.
Because your boy Chucky is heavily based on this guy Robert the Doll. Because it was a boy who liked the doll that was also a boy. Which, by the way, haunted male or boy dolls, not very common. It's usually always females. I don't know why that is.
Huh. Well, I mean...
Also,
guys
male haunted
dolls,
they don't sell that well either. So, you know,
they're boys.
If you got a
They're
male
like,
haunted doll...
Doll?
Yeah, if you got like a male haunted doll to sell on eBay, well, you know, it's gonna take a little bit longer.
Hit us up.
It's just
we'll buy it.
I don't want to buy I don't have any shelf space. I need help. I have a problem. I'm about to start my own goddamn Isla de las Muñecas up in here.
Straight up in my house. Ay.
I have shelf space. Gimme.
I want sell it to Thotty.
Sell it to me. Don't sell it to me. I'm scared. This story actually scares me the most. I'm scared to talk about it.
Robert the Doll was actually like a really interesting story. In fact, I used to be like really scared about it. Just like looking at a picture of like Robert the Doll used to like send, how do you say, goosebumps up my spine, you know? Mm-hmm. It was like a real spooky boy.
He is a spooky boy.
But, like, essentially the story goes that, like, there was this young boy who was just, like, unhealthily attached to, like, this doll, and we treat him like a real person. And, like, it's believed that he would, like, run around and, like, cause trouble and things, and, like, no one would believe him. Like Chucky, you know. Mm-hmm. Because remember, it was like, Andy would be like, no, Chucky did it. And they're just like, I'm afraid your son murdered the hell out of your sister, bro.
Not her sister, a coworker.
Was it a coworker? I thought it was his
coworker.
aunt.
Well, I think they call him Aunt something or other just to make it easy.
Her friend.
Kid. Yeah, it's her friend. I think your son killed a woman. I have no other evidence except for that he was footprint. There.
It was him.
Look at that child. Vicious. Terrifying. A cold-blooded killer.
Yeah. So, the thing about Robert the Doll is that obviously he didn't manifest out of nowhere. Robert the Doll is actually a one-of-a-kind doll manufactured by I believe it's called the Stief Company. It's a German name. But if there's one thing I know about, like, German dolls, is that they're all haunted.
Yeah.
Each and every one of them. Haunted. Already. Stief, German, real human hair, haunted.
That's
no
all you
contest. That shit's
real
haunted.
Human hair?
Yeah, a lot of those dolls were manufactured with real human hair.
Oh, I'm gonna actually throw up. That's why they're haunted. That's, like, straight up voodoo shit.
Yeah. So Stief is actually a company that's still alive today. They're still making toys and shit. They're best known for being one of the first people to, like, mass manufacture teddy bears and stuff. Mm-hmm. And Robert the Doll isn't what we would call, like, a playline doll. He wasn't manufactured to be played with. He was, like, a one-of-a-kind piece made as, like, a mannequin for, like, a shop display. So the thing that's, like, really interesting about that is, like, how did the little boy get a hold of it? Which there's a lot of debate over. Robert the Doll is, like, stands at 3 feet tall, has a wired and posable body because he was supposed to be used as, like, a mannequin. and is stuffed with a material known as Excelsior. So Excelsior, other than being that thing that Stanley used to say, is actually just wood shavings. So back in the day, a lot of like stuffed toys, like in like the early turn of the century, were just stuffed with wood shavings.
All right.
I don't know.
That's not very comfy.
So weird. It doesn't sound comfy, right?
No.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he wasn't made for play, I guess.
No, but this was just for like regular like plushies and things were stuffed with just like wood shavings. That's just how it was back in the day.
Ew, wouldn't it like stick out?
Well,
right. It's not like dust or anything. Wouldn't it like stick out of the cloth and like stab a child?
It has. If you look at a picture of Robert the doll, you could see like the stuffing coming out. And he's a real crunchy boy. I tell you what, he's just full of goddamn wood shavings. Yeah, because if you look at images,
nice crunch.
Yeah, if you look at images of like his hand, like you can see like the brown stuffing that they use for it, and it looks like, how would you say? I guess you would say it doesn't look like sand. It looks like gravel almost. It looks like, because he's 100 years old, so that's like 100-year-old like wood shavings that he's stuffed with.
Ew.
So like, unfortunately, our poor boy is looking a little bit worse for wear. If we pop up a small picture of him,
that's
in the docs and info, like you could see like in his face, he's got like a lot of little. How do you say? I want to call them little acne scars because that's what they look like.
Yeah, I was gonna say it does look like acne
he's got
scars.
little acne scars. Yeah, so he is definitely like an old doll. Like he's really faded. Back when he was in his original form, I guess you would say, like he had like paint on his face, and he was actually supposed to be like a little jester, like a little clown. Mm-hmm. Because the outfit he's wearing right now, that's the outfit of like the boy that owned him. That's some clothes that he would wear when he was a baby. He gave it to the doll, and that's the outfit that he's displayed with.
Ah. That's why it's fucking haunted. This guy.
Yeah, so he's wearing like a little sailor outfit, and he's holding like a little lion or like a dog.
I think it's a lion, isn't it?
I mean,
it looks like it just looks like a mass of fabric, but I think it's a lion.
It's a lion. Yeah, which makes sense now that I know that when he was a shop mannequin, he was supposed to be like a little clown, so like circus, he has a little lion. Get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I never understood why he had like the little pet, but like that makes sense from like his origins.
Man, this shit's scary and I don't like it. I forgot he gives me the creeps.
Yeah, he's got like his little black button eyes. He looks kind of like a Cabbage Patch Kid a little bit.
How dare
he's
you
got
say
like
that?
He has like the features that are kind of like sewed in. Mm-hmm. So like that's why I relate him to like a Cabbage Patch Kid. But yeah, he looks like an old doll, which is also, I think, what makes him scary, because he's not like a porcelain or like a doll made out of hard material. He's like a rag doll. He's another sort of rag doll, so he's made out of like textile. And so, I guess over time it's just browned with time, and he doesn't look very good. Poor baby.
He's gonna hear you. Scary. I forgot. Looking at him gives me the creeps. Don't fucking.
Oh yeah. By the way, make sure to comment. Is this something I also saw on YouTube? Was like all of the comments were like full of prayers and people asking permission to watch the video. So I guess comment to ask permission to listen to this podcast.
Yeah.
Please.
Please.
It helps the algorithm, actually.
Listen.
Listen, we doing this shit for free.
Hell yeah.
we doing it for the love of the game.
They did a similar thing that they did with Annabelle in that, like...
Yes.
he's extremely ugly. but I don't like this one. It's more like actually scary as opposed to just looking like a harlot. I don't like that. No, stop looking at me with them big ol' eyes.
Yeah, there's a couple of Robert the Doll movies. I didn't know about them until I started researching. So, the story of how Robert the Doll made it into I think, Otto's hands? Jean's. How he made it to Jean's hands. Like, it's up for debate. Some people think that the reason that Robert the Doll is haunted is because there was a disgruntled servant because this kid's rich. This kid's rich as hell. He's got servants. Yes. That's why this shit's haunted.
Fuck. I'm gonna get haunted, you guys.
I'm gonna have to change the description to my anti-capitalist podcast. So the house where Robert the Doll like resided, and it's called like the artist house. It's like this beautiful vintage home with like lots of arches. I think it's like 2 or 3 stories high, like very Victorian style. It's pink. I like it. It looks pretty. So the legend goes that there was a disgruntled servant. What happened was that the lady of the house found her performing some sort of voodoo ritual and fired her for it. So it's believed that she must have done like some sort of voodoo to the doll that possessed it with some sort of evil in it, and then gave it to Robert as a gift to curse him. So like some real Maleficent shit right there.
Isn't that the plot to Skeleton Key?
Is it?
It might be. It might be partially the plot to Skeleton Key. You were like, oh, the servants were doing a voodoo ritual, and I was like, wait a minute.
So, with knowing what we know now, skeptics believe that the doll actually came from probably like his grandpa or like a family member who went to Germany and bought the doll there. Because like, we have to remember, this is a one-of-a-kind stiff doll. It's not exactly something that like a servant would like be able to get her hands on. Yeah. Because like these toys aren't cheap. They're from Germany, you know? Shipping ain't cheap today. I don't imagine it was any cheaper then, you know? So I think
it's probably really had to go to Germany to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that part of the story is
say
like,
that Robert the Doll was purchased by Otto's grandfather, who bought the doll from Germany and gifted it to his young grandson. So those are the 2 stories, and I'm inclined to believe that it was probably his rich-ass grandpa that went to Germany and got like this one-of-a-kind stiff mannequin doll, which wasn't made to like be a plaything. But I digress.
Yeah, that sounds more likely.
Yeah.
That this rich kid just had a rich uncle that brought him a toy.
Yeah, so Otto falls in love with this doll, and he took him everywhere, dressed him in his own clothes. Like I said, the outfit that Robert the Doll wears is one of his old baby suits. It's like a little sailor suit, so that's his clothes. Corey Convertito, a Robert the Doll expert and curator of the museum, says, what people really remember is that they would probably term it as an unhealthy relationship with the doll. Quote, he brought it everywhere. He talked about it in the first person as if it weren't the doll. He was Robert as in a live entity. Another interesting fact about Robert the Doll is that Otto's name, it's Otto Eugene. It's Robert Otto Eugene. That's the full name of the boy that owned the doll.
So he named it after himself?
He named it after himself?
Boy, it's just this man haunting it. This man's just wanted to stay in the doll. He was like, yes, I want to be doll. He's like those people that want to, like, what is it? Oh, never mind. I'm not going to say that. No. I don't want to get haunted. You're going to get a tame episode just because I'm scared.
She's
No,
scared.
I'm scared.
Ooh, you feeling haunted?
I'm feeling a little haunted right now. I'm scared.
It's 3 a.m. I'm getting a call.
So the cool thing about him calling the doll Robert is that the boy then decided that he wasn't going to call himself Robert because Robert was the name of the doll. So from then on, he went by his middle name, Gene.
Yeah, that's
That's a little bit weird.
Okay.
It kind of reminds me of a more modern incident. Are you fellas familiar with the internet personality Chris Chan?
Yes. Chris
Yes.
Chan. Oh.
Chris
Oh.
Chandler, where do we begin?
She's yeah.
So there's this interesting story where she went to a mall at when she was 11 years old. She went to the mall around Christmas time, and at her mall there was these performing bears. They were animatronics, and one of the bears happened to be like it was controlled by a person on the other side who did like the voice for it. And so it was like a relatively empty day. So like the operator like starts chit-chatting with Chris through the bear and asks her what her name is. And I don't know what his name was. I think it was Christopher at that time. And then the bear called him Christian because he misheard, and from then on she decided to call herself Christian because the bear said it. So,
Yeah, they're a character, man. Like since day one. Day one that I heard of them, I was like, okay.
so
And just continues to be a character. Do you
so,
think?
yeah.
Oh my god! I
It's
just
just
found a
something-
GIF. Oh god, it's terrifying me. It's a picture. It's a GIF of like young Chris Chan, with only the face morphing into adult Chris Chan, and it's very terrifying. I don't like it. Stop. Thank you.
Yeah, that's just something it reminded me of. I never got too into it. I just knew it was something that existed, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's there's like this crazy YouTuber that has like, I don't know. I keep getting recommended like part 25 of like the Christian story, and I'm just like, what is this?
You're like, no.
How many parts are there?
Is it
It's an extensive history. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
extensive
yeah.
history and documentation of Christian. There's like 20 something parts, and I always keep recommending like part 25 or like some shit like that. And I'm just like, 25 parts? These are all like half an hour long. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like, or she's, excuse me. I feel like she's got enough content.
Yeah, her life has been like very thoroughly documented by like people online,
Yeah.
it seems.
But this isn't about her.
This ain't about her.
She just happens to be a little weird as well.
Yeah. Anyways, Robert the Doll. Bert.
Bert.
Dollbert. So, you know, hijinks ensue. Like, Jean would blame Robert for, like, any sort of travesura. Like, knock over, like, a vase. Oh, Jean did it. You know? You know, and he was, like, very fond of this doll, like I said before. The doll had a seat at the dinner table. He would pretend to feed it. He had, like, his own little room for him with, like, little furniture. You know, just, like, real single child sort of shit, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause
It really
I
is.
feel, it really is, dude. Single kids are just like that. Yeah, the legends say that Gene would sometimes have would like have night terrors where he'd like scream and scream, and his parents would investigate it, and it would just be him and the doll staring him down, T-posing over him, probably. They'd open the door and it was just him with the doll. I've heard stories where it's like they open the door and he's trying to choke Robert, just scary shit like that.
What?
And like when these episodes would happen, like furniture and toys would be thrown and like ruined, like the whole room would be in like a disarray.
So
it was
so the kid was trying to choke the doll?
There's some, I've heard stories where like he's either getting stared down by Robert or like he's choking Robert.
Ew.
So like there's a lot of variations, but this was something that would happen like multiple times, throughout his childhood. So there's like a lot of stories of like what did and didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
And they would say that like when Gene was playing with like Robert by himself, they would also hear like a deep voice coming from the room also. And like the parents just assumed that it was just him making that noise, but
I don't like that. No. It
but
could
like
have been.
The story doesn't end at his childhood. Like eventually, Robert gets stored away in the attic. Enough is enough.
Yeah.
Childish things have to be put away. It's said, however, that even after he was put in the attic, little footsteps and giggling could be heard in the night.
No. Dislike.
See, the creepy stuff really happens when Gene actually grows up.
Yeah, I don't like it. No.
So, Gene inherits the house and he moves in with his wife. So at this point, Gene grows up to become like a eccentric artist. And I'm sure if I looked hard enough, I would actually be able to like find some examples of his art, but I kept finding images of like pictures that are cursed or haunted, and like articles detailing like the top 10 most haunted images. So I have no idea what shit this guy painted. Yeah, there's this painting that keeps coming up. It's like a fleshy red man that's screaming, and like he didn't even paint that. It's like some other guy that painted that, but it keeps coming up every time I Google search it.
It's just a scary thing.
It's just like scary painting and Robert the doll. So I guess his art wasn't all that important.
Yeah.
Really. Oh man.
Wasn't that great?
So, yeah. His house and the doll are like way more popular than his art because I can't fucking find any.
It's just like a bunch of Sonichu.
A bunch of cursed with hyper realistic eyes.
No. Hyper realistic eyes. He was bleeding. I don't.
Hyper realistically.
Hyper realistically. Yeah, I can't really say, man. I don't read a lot of creepypastas.
So, he's an artist. He inherits his parents' house. He moves in with his wife. He finds Robert in the attic, and like he returns his fondness that he once had for the doll again. So like again, he continues with his weird single kid bullshit.
No.
No.
Get out of here with your single kid bullshit.
So like he would have a dedicated he would have dedicated seating places for the doll in his studio, in the dinner table. He even had like his own little room for him in the attic still, with little tiny furniture for him.
Jesus Christ. No.
Yeah.
He's just asking for ghosts. That's what it is.
I think that's what it is. It's definitely believed that, like, he just gave a lot of energy to this object. Remember how I said on the Pascualita episode that, like, when you give an object that sort of energy, like, something manifests?
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I think happened to Robert the doll. He just, like, gave him, like, a lot of his, like, emotional energy, and, like, something manifested from that, you know? Because, like, from what I read, it sounds like he also didn't have any children. So I get, like, the feeling like Robert the doll also became, like, his child replacement, you know? There's a lot of, like, interesting theories like that.
Dislike.
Yeah. There's a plumber who came into the house to do some work, and he claimed that he saw the expression of the doll change when he spoke ill of Jean, and that he would suddenly reappear in different parts of the house.
No.
So he would see him, he would turn away, and he would suddenly be in a different part. Teleportation. Classic haunted doll behavior.
I hate it, please. Stop. Why did I agree to this? Oh, it's so scary. I don't like it.
So one of the things that made Robert the doll, like, kind of famous in Tampa, Florida, was that Robert was always placed facing the window in his studio, looking over the neighborhood. So, like, neighbors would claim that they would see him move or, like, get out of the chair and walk around. I know this guy got wire in his body and he's got wood in him, so I think he could stand.
He could
perfectly fine
stand. Yeah.
if he so wished.
As far as
it's not like Annabelle where she's just full of stuffing, not even made out of wood, just regular polyester fillings. This is the 70s.
Yeah, man, that ghost picked the good one. He's like, ah, yes, this one can stand on its own.
This is a nice, hardy vessel. Look at all the crumbly wood inside of me.
Look at this man's. He's taking care of me. This is perfect. He gave me a room and some clothes. It's great. Oh, no.
Another very troubling thing about Gene is that Gene was physically abusive to his wife and would often have fits of rage where he would allegedly abuse his wife. And when he would calm down, he would blame the rage fit on Robert and would claim amnesia afterwards. Like, oh, I'm sorry I, like, beat you.
Sir.
I forgot about it. And Robert did it.
Sir.
Clearly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not scared anymore.
So, eventually, Gene passes away, and his wife also passes away shortly afterwards in the 70s, which is when Annabelle was hanging out in the 70s. So they both pass out. So they pass away, and the house is bought by another family. Oh, so, this another family buys the house with everything included, and that includes Robert, who's in the attic, chilling. Yeah.
How rude.
The Robert the Doll saga continues.
It never ends.
It never ends with this one.
There's too much energy going towards it. Some fucking crazy dude loves it.
Yeah, man. So, a 10-year-old girl finds the doll and claims that it's alive and wanted to hurt her. The doll was, of course, eventually donated to the museum. When asked about its significance, the new owner simply said it was haunted as hell.
I mean, accurate. He's like, I'm not trying to get into it. Don't touch it. She haunted as hell.
So, hold on. I'm looking at my notes real quick. Make sure to, like, edit this out. Okay. So, the doll sits in storage for many years because they don't see the significance of this normal-ass doll, you know? You know, he sits in storage because, like, Annabelle wasn't blowing up yet. You know? The haunted doll market just wasn't there yet.
Wasn't at its prime yet.
It wasn't at its prime yet.
No.
Museums just weren't interested in haunted items yet.
They didn't have my brother, and me to to advertise.
So, like, the doll sits in storage for many years, and this gentleman comes up. His name is David Sloan. So, David Sloan is, like, really significant in the Tampa area. He does a lot of haunted tours, and he wrote the book on Robert the Doll. So, all of, like, the legends, all of the stories, like, he wrote them down, he documented it, and he was the one that petitioned to have Robert out on display.
He's just a big fan.
Yeah, just a big fan. And it's like a big part of like the culture there because like the artist house is also a really big tourist destination. That's one of like the more I would say historically significant buildings there. Mm-hmm. So like people were aware of like Robert the Doll because they would see him on the window looking over the neighborhood. So the community was familiar with the doll and was familiar with the legends that it was like potentially haunted. So when David Sloan like found out that Robert the Doll was in this museum, he was the one that like made it so he was like out on display, you know? So we have him to thank.
We have him to thank for our scary cutting open haunted Robert the Doll at 3 a.m. black-eyed kids came to my house.
Yeah, it's all him. So, like, from what I've seen, like, Robert the Doll is, like, a really big draw at the Tampa Museum, and, like, they really hype him up. Mm-hmm. He's located in the basement, locked in a glass case, and the walls behind him are covered in apology letters to him. They say if you don't respect or ask permission to take his photo, you'll have great misfortune.
Well,
There's a lot of stories about this. So they say if you try to take a picture of Robert the Doll without his permission, like, your devices will just turn off. They simply will not work.
He's camera
the thing
shy.
About that, he's camera shy.
He doesn't like it.
He's very
I
shy.
have
He's
pock
like,
marks.
oh, whoa.
He's got acne
I
scars.
have acne scars. Don't take a picture.
He's
like,
self-conscious.
We're going to have to write a letter now.
Oh, God.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, you gave me, like, some cool stationery for my birthday.
There you go.
Robert the Doll. Robert Senpai.
Robert Senpai, look at
Robert
my
Please
stationery.
accept my... Please accept my apology. I did a podcast about you, but only because I really admire you, Desu.
Desu. Woo. Please accept this apology letter on
On our behalf. Oh, whoa.
on our behalf. I got this special one for you. It has buds all over it.
Robert Senpai. Love Cheeb, Thoughty, and Gato. Because you're in this too. you gotta apologize for him too. Anyway, you know what? You guys can send your own letter.
Oh, jeez.
You guys gotta go send your own letter.
No,
this is
but my stationery. I can't use it. It's too good.
You're just like, I don't know how to send a letter.
Yeah, I don't.
Where do I put the stamp?
I literally did not. I went to UPS to send you the letter. I paid way too much. They're like, all right, cool, $10. I was like, okay. She's up.
Shipping is fucking crazy.
She's up the state. It's not that far.
It's like, I will drive.
Yeah, I will drive there and pay less.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So the thing that was interesting about like the whole photo thing is like when I watched it was like a PBS documentary where they talked to David himself. Was it David? Hold on, let me double check his name. Oh gosh, I forgot his name. Anyways. what was I saying? Oh yeah, the thing about the photos being taken is that a lot of it was like with old, how do you say, gosh, what are they called? Film cameras? Remember like the really old ones where it went the remember the disposable ones?
My Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah, I said that. Do you guys remember the disposable cameras?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I love those.
So they say that like people who try to take pictures with the disposable cameras would come out with like completely like blank pictures.
Oh, shit.
Or there's this one woman in particular where she took several pictures throughout the museum, and then when she came home and developed it, it was just pictures of Robert the Doll.
What a freaking... What do you call
scary.
it? Like a tsundere? What do you call it?
Tsundere?
Yeah. It's like, no, you can't take pictures of me. Doesn't take pictures of you. Only take pictures of me. Only me. No.
Yeah, there's
big brat. He is an only child.
He's 100 years old.
He's fucking big brat is what he is.
Big
I'm
brat.
sorry, please.
He's all crunchy from the wood.
Oh no, my table just shook. Oh god. Black-eyed kids that came to my house.
3 a.m.
Oh god. Oh jeez.
Yeah, like another story I heard was that when he was doing some like tours in the museum, like there were some people that were harassing Robert and like making fun of him, like tapping on his glass, like just general disrespectful behavior, that supposedly they saw Robert get up and throw the lion at them.
Damn, yeah. He stuck his lion on you.
He said he saw it.
He sicked.
Yeah, and that he was there with a group of people and they saw it too, so I don't know if that's real. He's got a lot of stories to tell. You know, he writes the books on all the creepy shit that happens in Tampa, Florida. They say it's one of the most haunted places.
I mean, I believe that
Lots
it's
of
haunted,
ghosties.
but I feel like if you have monetary gain at stake, then you definitely like hype it up a little bit more.
He'll definitely like, please buy my book.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like that's what a lot of these haunted doll objects do come out to. It's just like, how much money?
Yeah, how much
can
money can I make on this?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to go see Robert the Doll, dude.
Hell yeah.
Like
I'm scared. Hold my hand.
When we first
Hold me.
like when we
please.
first started the podcast, and I was like really excited to talk about him. I kept having this dream, right, where Robert the Doll was touring around the U.S. And Robert the Doll doesn't do a lot of traveling because it's an antique. It's really delicate. He's kind of falling apart. So, you know, he doesn't do a lot of traveling. I saw a documentary where one of the staff workers said that, like, he would temporarily go from one museum to the other, but it was a nearby museum. And she said that, like, every time that, like, Robert would be gone for a long time, like, the energy of the museum would change. So she would always politely ask to have Robert the Doll back so that things could go back to the status quo. Yeah.
You would think that she wouldn't want him there. It's like, oh, fucking finally, I think it's gone.
There was one staff worker that was supposedly, like, really spooked by Robert. Like, she was closing the museum, and as she was, like, going down, because Robert's in the basement level. He's on, like, the basement level, so this is a artillery museum, I think is what it was. It used to be, like, an old artillery for the army. And so it's just, like, this big red brick building with, like, lots of arches. So it's kind of spooky to walk in, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's kind of dark, it's old, and she said supposedly when she was like closing up and getting ready to like get rid of everything, she saw Robert tap on the glass.
No.
And change expression.
No.
And it's said that, like, after she saw that, she ran out screaming, and she never came back. She quit that day.
Fucking same, dude. Like, no, I quit the second a manager gives me a little bit of sass. Like, fuck that. No, thank you.
I don't need this from the haunted doll.
I don't need that. No.
Yeah, man. But as I was saying, like, I had this dream where Robert the Doll was touring around the U.S. and he came to California to one of the museums here. And I love museums. This is Museums Are Us. Please go and support your local museum.
Pretty great.
Please buy something from your local museum's gift shop.
Yeah.
And please ask the people stuff. They love answering questions for you.
They do.
The museum staff is always super helpful and nice. Please go to a museum.
Yeah.
They're great.
They're usually, what is it? They're usually, what's the word? They're usually volunteers, so they fucking love talking about that stuff. They're not even getting paid. They're volunteering to be nice to you.
Yeah, there's like a lot of volunteers in like a little local museum here, but I've never gone to it because I don't like that museum. I want to go to the good museum.
Good ones, please. Only the
I like to
best.
go to the museums in big cities. Yeah, so like I had a dream that he was being toured around one of like the museums here. And, like, you know how, like, sometimes you'll dream about fake people that aren't your friends? Mm-hmm. But in your dreams, like, you just know they're, like, your best friend? I like to call them my dream sonas. Yeah, so, like, I had this dream that I was with, like, a friend who happened to be, like, wheelchair-bound. And so, like, we kept going up and down the elevators trying to figure out where Robert the Doll was and following the signage, but we could never find it. And I woke up before I could see him. So now I'm left with the thirst. I need to go see Robert.
Man, if...
Robert Senpai.
If he ever ends up, like, actually touring, I'm gonna be very scared. Be like, oh my god, Chibi, you clairvoyant. Oh my god. Chibi, we can't go. We're gonna die.
Man, I'd love to. I told my parents that we should go to Tampa, Florida, and they're just like, Tampa? Why? And I'm just like, haunted doll.
They're like, god damn it, this again.
And they're just like, you want to go all the way to Florida to go see a haunted doll? And I'm just like, yeah.
I do. Please.
Spooky.
Spooky
Get
doll.
real big frightened.
I want to buy one of the little... You could buy one of the plushies online.
Oh yeah, you would have a little collection of haunted doll figurines. You already have, or it's not Ann. Raggedy Ann.
I was gonna buy a Robert the Doll plushie from the store, or from the online store, and put it on my shelf at 3 a.m. and have, like, YouTubers manifest into my room and try to cut it open.
They're gonna be like, Chibi, check your phone. Boss baby calling you at 3 a.m. Whoa, blood's coming out of Robert. Haha, hit like and subscribe. Buy my merch.
Chibi.
Hey guys, I'm here with Robert the Doll from the gift shop.
Chibi,
Make sure to
hit that bell button.
Make sure to subscribe and buy the new Robert the Doll hoodie.
So another fun fact. Florida is a real crazy place.
Yes.
I'm sure we all know this, right?
We all seen Florida, man.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I heard that.
We've all seen Florida, man. So, in our real doll episode, we talked about in our real doll episode, we talked about Elena de Hoyos, right? Her gravestone is at the same museum that Robert the Doll is. Dude, see? What happened was that bastard, after, like, he was convicted or got out of jail or whatever, he went to the mausoleum and he fucking blew it up with dynamite.
How did I miss that?
So
what the fuck?
So the grave marker is at the museum, but it's all broken and cracked.
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
Wow. I'm mad now. I forgot. I got heated in that episode. Now I'm mad again. I'm like, you fucking. Ooh.
You're mad
sounds like some shit a man would do. Oh, I can't. Okay. Let me blow up some shit that's yours. Let me just. Oh my god. Okay. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm so mad. I'm gonna blow up the grave because I couldn't get my way.
Blow up my mausoleum.
Jesus Christ, man. And I think that's it for the Robert the Doll episode. I think I got like all of the story out. You guys have any comments, any questions?
About Robert the Doll?
Yeah.
He had human hair? Oh, he's bald now.
He had human hair, yeah. He still has a little bit of hair. You can see it under the cap.
Yeah.
But they don't like it when you touch his hat.
Yeah.
It's the guy who wrote the book, he said that he tried to take off the hat to like take a picture, but he said he got real bad vibes and he was seeing like his face change expression, which for all we know could just be like the wood shavings readjusting in his face.
Nah.
I'm not gonna let go of that. I'm not gonna let go of the fact that he's full of fucking sawdust.
It's pretty funny. It's kind of hilarious.
It's kind of funny.
He's just so crunchy.
Our crunchy boy, Robert the Doll. He's just so...
Yeah, man.
He's just so crunchy.
He's like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I don't believe the stories that they say, but also I do believe that he's haunted. Because it's scary.
I really want to believe, like, I think something must have manifested from, like, all of that attention that Eugene gave him. But I don't know.
I feel like Eugene was probably just crazy. And then he died, and then he haunted his own doll because he loved it so much. Yeah,
because, like, he would have, like, the fits of anger and, like, blame it on Robert the Doll, you know? Which is kind of weird, you know? It kind of makes me think that there was something going on with him, you know? What about you, Gato? What do you think about Robert the Doll?
He's interesting. The tour, I'm waiting on it. I can't wait.
Yeah, dude. Look, tour please. Robert the Doll 2020, please.
We want to see him.
Go to the Robert the Doll tour.
And see what happens.
Hell yeah. I'm a groupie
He's
for
just
Robert.
Like, I heard. Like, I heard what you said on the podcast.
There's a bunch of pictures of him online.
I'm coming for y'all.
Calling me a spoiled brat. How dare you? I had Robert. Child. I was not a single child.
I'll be like, nah, man, you got it twisted, man. We're groupies for you.
Yeah, man. We're groupies for
like...
Robert, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
No. I know, don't say that. I knew you were going to say it.
No. It's just fangirling over him.
I knew you were going to say it. Don't say it. Don't say that we should draw personas with Robert the Doll. No. No.
We should. I'd never. You said that. I said we're going to draw them fangirling over him, not looting.
Man, you're the one drawing all that loot art.
I'm not drawing anything.
Y'all want to see?
A little bit.
Y'all want to see some shit?
A little bit. These hands were made for sin. They were made for sinning, and that's just what they'll do.
No.
One of these days you'll see. They're gonna sin all over you.
Hey, baby, you want these hands to sin all over you? Hey, baby, come here. Send my hands through your hair.
When will the government stop your sinful hands? Oh, man. But yeah, you guys got any final thoughts about Robert the Doll? Bert?
Well, that name is funny. Oh.
It is.
I don't know. I'm just scared. What if he hears? What if he knows? He senses it.
What if he knows?
What if he calls me at 3 a.m. or something?
Well, I think if Robert hears, then he should like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell button.
Like, comment, and subscribe to the hauntsrus podcast and buy our merch coming soon.
Join our Patreon to get the lewds. Oh my god. Our next episode should be our faces calling Robert the Doll at 3 a.m.
Which one of you has an iPhone?
I have an iPhone.
I ain't got no iPhone.
Do it with an iPhone. Nice. We'll just put like my profile picture as Robert the Doll.
It's Robert the Doll.
Wait, what's the ringtone? Wait, what's the ringtone that Apple phones have?
The way that I'm doing it kind of sounds like Star Wars. Oh shit, it's Robert the Doll.
Oh shit, it's Robert.
No.
Hello?
You better
Are you gonna
the doll.
answer?
Hello.
Better answer the phone.
Oh, whoa.
Oh my god. It's 3 a.m. He said that there's
3
black-eyed children outside and I gotta go. Oh jeez.
You gotta go answer the door.
They want to use my phone.
Come inside the house.
My Apple phone.
Oh no.
Oh wait, hold on.
Oh.
Hold on, I'm getting
they
another
won't
call.
accept anything less.
Hello? It's Annabelle. What's up, Beach?
Oh yo, what's up, Annabelle?
Hello. Hey. It was a beach.
Hey.
Hey. What to do, bitch?
Oh my gosh.
I'm choking up my water.
It's just such a good bit. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Smoking
I
on that
forgot
loud
what
pet.
the Apple ringtone sounded like for a moment, dude.
Yeah,
I own a
was gonna say, I'm
fucking
glad
Moto, dude. I
Oh,
paid
no.
it off. I paid for it when I bought it. I didn't do no... It's like people buy like $1,000 phones and they have to do like payments
me
over
out
like
like
a
that.
year. I just paid for it.
Don't call me out like that.
Yeah, dude. I just paid for my phone when I bought
No.
it. When it was brought to me, I paid it in
No,
full.
stop. Be nice to me.
Dude, I don't know, man. I kind of figured out that was a scam when I was first getting a phone. Did you guys know that I only got like a
did not
smartphone like
know that.
3 years ago? I used the flip phone before that.
You're so sassy. Hold on, I gotta change my ringtone back because I hate that ringtone.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
Now someone's calling me. Oh god.
Okay. Is that the end of the episode?
It's not too bad.
Alright then.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it for us at Hawk. Yeah. I felt like I told it too fast. But yeah. Thank you for joining us on hauntsrus on our Robert the Dollbert episode. Our theme music was done by Donk Monk. And we'll see you next time.